Art students, Brian Proctor, the art teacher, back again. So today we're going to be drawing the female body. Now, I have not been drawing a lot of females because of YouTube and that demonetization thing that keeps you from getting paid. But, I realize there are a lot of people that are missing out because I'm worried about YouTube not paying me. But the goal here is to teach you guys how to draw, not so much to get paid. Yeah, I would like to get some money, but I would rather see people reach their goal because I help them versus getting a few dollars from YouTube. So we're going to start doing more females now because I've been doing a lot of men. So yeah, we're going to do more females now. So without me rambling and losing what I'm going to say, let's go on and get to class and get this video started. All right, welcome back to another video. And in this episode of Let's Draw with Brian, I have decided to get back to doing some women. I've been doing a lot of men, and I'm sure you guys want to learn how to draw women. I want to say do women, draw women. So we're going to do shapes. We're going to do shapes. And this is an old, I did this before, but as I grow older and I draw more, I learn to simplify stuff to make it easier for you guys. So enough of me shaking my hands around. Let me start you out on this. All right, for drawing women, we're going to use triangles. Basically, majority of everything's going to be triangles, but we're going to round the triangles off after we get going. So we're going to do the torso. We're going to do the whole body first. We're not going to do the torso. We're going to do the torso, the hips, and the waist at the same time. So what do you want to do? What you want to do is slow down, Brian. Is we're going to do a triangle. Now this is going to represent basically the length of her shoulders, and this is going to go all the way down to her crotch. So you don't want too wide of a triangle, and you don't want too long of a triangle as well. You're going to have to kind of play with this on the side. Don't think you're going to pick up a pencil and paper and get this right the first time, especially if you're new to drawing, because that just frustrates artists, young artists. We get frustrated like that. Okay, so we have the upside down triangle. And if it's hard for you to do that, then just do one like this. Remembering this is your shoulders, her shoulders. We're gonna do a line down the center. I know this is kind of off, but that's just me right now doing it offline. So we're gonna do the triangle again. We're gonna do this, and this is going to represent the width of her hips. And we're going to, so if you want a wider hips on your female, you want to make this line longer. Let me finish this triangle and then I'll get into it because my brain is 2 sentences ahead. I'm trying to go backwards. Right off the bat, I can see this is going to be long for me. It's going to be long, okay? So I'm debating to use it or not to use it. Just restart the video because my legs might go off. All right, I'm going to use it, but just know this was a little long. That's why I said you're going to have to judge how long you want that. You know, Brian, there's such a thing as an eraser. So let's do this. Let's say I want to come, and it's crooked because I draw from an angle. Let's just say I want to stop about right here. It's about that. That's gonna work for me. And then I'm going to bring that up. That's going to work for me as well. I don't know why I just erase it. Okay, so we have that body, and that's going to be a little better for what I want to do. Now, again, I'm looking at my crooked line. Your waist, your hips, depending on the length of this. So I'm going to kind of lift that up a little bit, make it maybe less crooked. So usually in a perfect body, your hips and your shoulders usually kind of line up. Pull it down or pull the camera up more. Like that. Technical difficulties. It's going to usually line up like that. But some people want the big hip women. Some people don't. Something about this now. It's got to go out more because this should go close to the center. It should go close to the center. But if not, I mean, there's always room for adjustments. But these are the steps that you use. And I'm getting too many lines because you're going to have to do more lines. So this is a crotch. So this is going to be that how many know what these lines are called? Let's just call it the panty lines, okay? Right here and here. So you just did another V, which turned this into a triangle anyway. If I do that, it would be a triangle. And let's take this line up just a little bit more and do another triangle up here. And this is going to be the shoulders, okay? Triangle, triangle, triangle. Now, what we're going to do is maybe like halfway down. This is going to be like your belly button is going to be like right there. So, you know what that is. So I'm going to say halfway from here to here. Let's just do this. I'm say about halfway from this line to that line. You can adjust it as you go along. Straight across. And then from this point to there, you're drawing another triangle. I know it's crazy, but some people can see it already. Some people can't see it, but it'll play out in a minute. So from this point, as you've read, this point right here on up, there's another triangle. All right, and this is going to be the neck. You want to bring that up just a little bit. That's another upside down house. And then the point of her chin is going to be, the top bottom of her chin is going to be right there. Pull that down. And then what I do for the chin is another triangle. And then I go out. I don't go straight up, I go out. I'm going back to blue. Like this, making that head big enough to fit that body. So it's almost an oval until I come down to the jawbone, and then I make a V out of it, a triangle. And that neck should not be on the jaw side of the jaw like the man. Like the man, if I'm doing a man's face. And this is the jaw right here. This is going to be squared off, and I'll bring the neck straight down. But as a woman, I'll do this V here. Then I will kind of make it like a balloon. I'll balloon it larger at the top, narrower. I'll round that off once I get the type of jaw I want, and the neck is going to come out like that. Big difference, okay? So I can make that head a little bigger, a lot bigger, but once I get the rest of the body, then I can do that. So we're going to do her arms right here and here. That's subject to change, but we just know this is going to be her delts. So let's start out with the breast. So to do that, I've always said you're drawing a heart. You're taking this and you're just drawing a heart. So let me do that in red. You're drawing an upside down heart, sorry, but the base of it is going to be right here in her neck. So I'm going to draw this upside down heart right here. And that's an easy way to do breast because the chest comes up and it goes out like that. Like that. And as I say, it's subject to change because some of these lines we're going to get rid of, some of these lines we're going to bring it in more. And as I say, don't think that you can just do this the first time and it'll be just like, boom, perfect. Here's my woman, I'm going to marry her. Now the thing about this, the breasts, size of the breast, is are they touching? Are they touching? Are they pushing together like this? Or are they not touching? That determines the size. Because I can do this, I can have it come here and this one come here. So that's going to determine the size of the breast that you draw is by how much this is going to touch or squish together. I know that's kind of bad saying, but it is true. So you know that you have to do the heart. So you're going to erase this. So as this comes up, this is going to actually go into the delt right here. So I'm going to narrow this out, but I'm going to do that later. You have this, you have this. This goes into the waist. You have this. Now there's that pelvic bone is right in here, like in here. Okay, and it's going to go up like this, somewhere like that. But the fact is, it's going to hit that the skin is going to come down. It's going to hit here, and then go out. Well, it's going to hit all of this, and it's going to go out more down here. Now that's something you don't have to do, but it happens. But if you're drawing like an anime girl or cartoonish girls, you don't have to do that. It can be smooth. If you're drawing more realistic, you'd have that bump coming out. So from here, let's just do the legs. I'm going to kind of go straight down. It makes it easier for you guys that's doing it in the beginning. Just straight down like that. The thighs, you can bring straight in as a triangle. And I did a book I did a book of how to draw women years ago, and I never finished it, which I need to finish it. So your knee is going to be here, and then this is going to come out again. You got to be mindful of how long you make these legs now. And if you're used to doing the oval, you can do the oval as well. Either way, oval or triangle. But then my knee is going to be here, and then I'll go out and come back in like this. If you ever drew a kite, it's just easier to just think about doing a kite like that. And then my feet, again, are going to be triangles. I should call this the triangle woman drawing. So right there, you see you have the body. So if I did this, bring this hips out more. And if you don't want the big hips, you can just slim it in. Here's my red. You can just slim it in more to be more of a, what do you call that? The exercise, what do you call that? When they run and exercise a lot? Not sports, but you know what I'm trying to say. Athletic, there you go. You can be more athletic. And I know I need to slow down because I know there's somebody that's trying to keep up with me. So I will slow down. And then I will erase this and show you what I have so far. So I have this. Now the thing about the legs, when the legs are going to ride down here and curve in like this. Same thing here, and you're going to leave that little space in between for the female junk. Just like we do for the male junk, you leave space for the female junk. Now I can bring this knee in because this is going to touch and this is going to come out here. I believe it's here. And then these two will touch because you have your calf, inside calf, and goes out and it curves in like that. So these parts are not gonna, it's gonna have openings to it. So this is gonna be my knee. This is gonna round out, ankle, and then the foot. Again, my knee, round out, ankle, and the foot. Leaving that open. So your knees, it's gonna be like right here. That's gonna be an open little triangle diamond shape too. Right there, okay. Get my hips. Now your arms are not gonna be triangles, I'm sorry. They are going to be the cylinders or ovals. Now the one thing about the female arm and the male's arm, let me get this arm going first. And then you can still look at my video on how to draw arms. You can still do the cone. Thank you, cone. Now let me put this arm down because there's one thing about women. When they put their arms down, it kind of goes out because of the hip. Just it's like slightly. If you see women, because of that hip, it's like they bring this arm out. Yeah, just look at it sometimes. Don't stare at a woman and just like, yeah, I'm staring at you, I'm a stalker. But just, it happens. I guess it's because of the, like I said, the hip pushes it out a little bit more. So again, oval, and then the cone, your wrist chops off at the crotch again. But since it's out more, I'm going to lift it up a little bit more. And this is her hand. So now, like I was saying, the one thing about this, when you do a female, you go this, I square this off a little more. I don't make it round like the guys, I square it off. The bicep is going to be more narrower than the upper forearm. Is this whole part the forearm, I guess? So this is going to come out, this is going to come out, making the bicep look more narrower. And this is, of course, is going to come down more, but I square this off. So if I'm doing this like this in red, can you see this? I'll give her a square, I'll bring this in. This is kind of flat-ish, and then this is out. Like so. So if I did the male arm compared to the female arm, so if I do, it's going to be my delts, this is going to be my bicep, tricep. This is going to be the forearm and a little square muscle. So I'm going to do that again. Can you see this? Yes, you can. I'll make it a little darker. So if this was the female, I would square it off. I'll make this dark, just save myself. Square it off, and then kind of make that more narrower, I can't think of the word, and then make this come out more. So this is going to be wider than that. Whereas the man's, I'm going to bring this out as much as I can, give them as much lines. And you don't want to have a lot of lines, a lot of muscle lines when doing the female. So I'm going to bring this out for that tricep. How's that go? This is going to be coming out for that bicep. And then this is going to be there. You got the elbow, and then you're going to have this fat, forearm and a fat wrist. And then I'm going to add my muscles to that. So there's a difference between the narrow and the fat. So you want to get all the muscle here and the wideness there, and not the other way around for the women. So pretty much got it done. So, okay, for men's shoulders, it's going to be like this. For a woman's shoulders, you want to slope it around, bringing it back. Again, the example, for a man's shoulders, is going to be like this. For a woman, it's going to slope down and around like that. Like if you took water and you run it down there, it would be like a waterfall. If you took water, it'll crash right here and then come off. So you just want to remember that. So you want to do like this. It's like a J and then down. Or a puzzle piece. So bring it, and as I said, all this is subject to change. You might say, okay, the shoulders are too big. I'm going to drop the shoulders around a little bit, but do this several times, and then you'll get it right. So you're going to slope this around and then down, and then that. Of course, that collarbone for the woman is more. Hers is more up. Hers goes up, whereas the man's is more straight. I think the woman's is curved more. Where's my camera? Woman's more curved more like that. The man's collarbone does that more. Get rid of some of these. And I will ink this when I finish. Okay, so it's going to go down more and up more into that shoulder. That's going to slope around and then down. And one thing I could do is but this is so close to being good. I could bring this in a little bit, take some of this away and bring that in. But like I said, it's so close to being right. So one other thing you want to do is I'll keep this, depending on the size of the breast. I mean, the breast could be like, Power Girl, but you don't want to do this. Oh, please don't do this for breast. No. So you want to do this. You want to keep that, and as I said, depends on how big they are, what size they are. So this right here, this is a major change for me. So what I want to do is I'm going to erase it so you can actually see what I'm doing. Instead of it coming like this one was on the outside of the breast, I bring it always in like that, right under that breast, depending on, again, size of the breast. So I'm doing this. So let's just say this was the breast. I'm doing this. I'm coming down and bringing it in because that's where that bone is. That's where this is. So I'm bringing this in like this and then down, and then her hips come like that. So got it. Out and in a little bit, out and that gives her that slenderer waist, curving here, and I believe the belly button is just above the smallest area, like that. So if I do a woman, I'm not going to do abs. I'm not going to show too much of the rib cage, but I will do this and a line showing that she just does have a nice stomach. And if it's just she's just all that, then I will put a couple extra lines down like that. So, and in the hand, I would draw the hand like this because you can put the thumb here and then put your fingers here, here, here. And it depends on how long the hand is going to be. This is more of a relaxed curve like that. This is the bend. There's the second one here. Pencil's not sharp. Third one there. Fourth one there if you choose. So looking at this, I'll say to myself, all right, good body, but I want to make that head just a little bigger to fit the body. Like that. And then I can bring that neck in a little bit more, slope it. Here's this, the lines for the neck connect, and this goes down. This is a little curved piece, and like that. So that is the steps to doing your female. So you know how to change the hips, you bring it in, and you know how to change the breast. You don't want the shoulder too big or too wide. Slope it. So let me see if I can find a working ink pen and ink this in fast motion. All right, so here we are with the finished product. It is very simple to do by just using your triangles, triangle here, triangle there, and you get it. Again, it might not come out right the first time, but be patient, keep doing it. Don't get your best paper or whatever. Just keep doing it until you get the proportions that you want. So that's going to be it for this video. I will see you guys in the next video. I'm not going to ramble. I'm trying not to ramble, but as I stated, I don't know if I stated, this is why I don't do women. I'm going to put some clothes on this so that YouTube won't come and slap me in the face with a demonetization paper, because, you know, YouTube is my boss and I do work for them because they pay me, so I'm working for them. So I got to go by their rules. And yeah, that's going to be it. I was going to say something else. I forgot what I was going to say. Must not have been important.